Hey, what's up guys, Totallydubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review on the InstruMMents 01 tool. Now this little tool is in form of a pen. Now you might be thinking, why is a pen, first of all, why are you reviewing a pen? And secondly, why is a pen costing £150? Well, my friends, I'm going to be trying to answer that question. Now this tool was intriguing because it was on Indiegogo as a fund me project. It got funded over 400%. And it's mainly due to the fact of the technology that's used within it that really tickled my fantasies. Within the box, you'll find the pen, you'll find a rather cool looking notepad, not the phone, you'll get a extra roller, and you'll get a roller on the device, you'll get a proprietary battery, which is found within the box, but is currently inside. A little note on that, yes, it's a proprietary battery. In other words, you will need to buy proprietary batteries straight from InstruMMents. No bueno, in my opinion, simply because you will have to pay £20 every year and a half, because the quoted battery life is about 6 months per battery for it to operate. You can't place your normal batteries you'd find in your local store on it. Then you'll get a pen. Now the pen is the variant I've got. You can get a pencil HB variant of it, and you got a stylus version of it. You've also got the 01 Go, which is a smaller non-pen device, so it's not as long as this, it's very small and is made to be used with a keychain. You will need a phone to use this device. Preferably a smartphone, well obviously a smartphone. You will need Android or iOS as well to run it. Make sure you check the compatibility before you purchase it, because the app is your device that will measure everything. So make sure you get the app. Now the app wise, there's two apps. Well, one of them which is out, one of them which isn't. The Lite app, which I currently have over here, is free to download. The Pro app is actually used more for designers, where it will really capture 3D images in terms of like a linear movement, draw it out almost like on paint, so to speak, on your phone. And then that will translate into a CAD, so a computer-aided design, which could be used for actually 3D printing or whatever it might be. So that application is really cool, but the Pro app isn't out as of March 2017, so therefore all I can base it off is the Lite app, which is over here. Links will be down in the description below in case you're interested to the app itself. Now, what the hell is this device? Well, the device is actually very simple to use. You tap it at the top for 3 seconds, it turns on with a red little light, and then your phone will buzz and it will not go blank anymore. It'll be actually white, therefore saying, hey, I'm connected, use me. So, in terms of actually using the instrument itself, it's very, very simple. Just place the device down, put it where the red light is in terms of like measuring a specific device, a specific point, and then drag up or down and then stop and make sure you lift up properly, not like I did there. This will give you a centimeters or any sort of thing you'd want, including a millimeter or let's say a yard measurement of whatever you just measured. And then you can also change it in terms of what this signifies in terms of the width. You can even make it custom. For example, I can make it the book or whatever it is, and I can change it in terms of that so it makes more sense. So when you're looking at your results, you go width, you go height, for example, and then let's go depth. Again, let's just do this. It'll give you more context of what's going on. Once you've done that, you save it. You will need an internet connection, and yes, you can put it as I love you, and you can put a picture, a note, and you can make it private or not. And once you submit it with an internet connection, it will save it as down as a log, and therefore you can always go back to it and look at what you have measured. This is really cool, and the interface of the app is fantastic to use, but is this tool actually useful, especially at £150? The problem I have with this tool is the fact that it is kind of overly accurate for the user. Now you might be thinking, wait a second here, are you saying humans aren't accurate, or are you saying users might have problems using it? Well, yeah, kind of. Reason why is because, first of all, its limitations. Its limitations are the fact that it's going to be useful for small devices, small objects, sorry. Small objects being, for example, this book. It does the book, which is fine, but then as soon as we're going to go to like a large sofa, a TV, a wall or whatever it might be, you might start getting problems. And the reason why is simply because you won't be drawing perfectly straight lines. You'll be starting to go a little bit wonky, and once you start a little wonky, it's going to give you a higher result than you should, therefore leading to inaccurate results, and therefore rendering the device useless in terms of providing you accurate measurements. Now, in terms of just user error, this can also come from the surface. As you can see, I've got a bump over here. Now, in terms of the bump, it's going to register the bump, and then it's going to add that distance to the overall figure. Now, you might be wondering, by the way, why it's going down, because you can roll backwards and forwards in terms of that, and that's why it goes up and down. But regardless, the number will go up or down, and it will factor in that little bump. When in reality, the distance from here, from point A to B, won't be the distance that's being measured on the app. It is actually the measurement from here to here, including the depth. So it's not smart enough to realize that there's a depth, there's a little bump over there, and therefore if you're going to be measuring, let's say, a wall with like some cracks in it, it might measure those cracks or those little grooves within the wall as an actual distance, when in reality there is no distance. So it's got some limitations in terms of that. Secondly, it comes down to the cost. It comes down to the batteries, which will be pretty obvious, and as I outlined before. And also in terms of the actual using of the device for larger objects, that is also very much a limitation, whereas a £1 to £50 tape measure, ruler, or even a laser pointer, which is a rangefinder, will give you a more accurate and a more consistent result over the Instrument 01. In other words, the Instrument 01 is a very, very niche product. Yes, it's a cool device. Yes, it's innovative. Yes, it's a nice product to have for certain use cases. But at this point, without the 3D drawing app available, and given its price tag, I just don't see why someone would spend £150 when they could simply get a ruler or a tape measure or a rangefinder for simple 2D dimensional objects. Be it small or large, you'll get a more accurate and a more consistent result over the Instruments 01. And that is my conclusion of the product. Would I recommend it? In all honesty, if you ask me, hey, I've got £150 to spend, what should I buy? Well, first of all, I'll tell you, go buy some headphones. But the second thing will be, no, don't get an Instrument 01, because I don't see the point in it. I don't see why someone would go out and buy this, other than looking cool and stylish and everything, over getting a regular ruler, a regular tape measure, a rangefinder, or any given A4 paper to do a measurement. I don't see why measurements should cost so much money. And yes, there is cool technology that's found with it, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be spending £150 for just being cool. And yes, I know people buy Apple products for that very reason, but hey, this is not an Apple product, so you can't really say that. So anyway, guys, that is my honest opinion of the product. It's not a bad product. The app is fantastic to use. Its packaging, accessories, and everything are really cool and all, but ultimately is its price which really lets it down, and the fact that its functionalities are somewhat limited given its, well, super ancient counterparts, i.e. the ruler or the tape measure, which are just so much easier and sometimes even free to find or use. Alright guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. Make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Favorite and share this video if you found it useful. And given the fact this was an Indiegogo project that was funded for 400% over its stretch goal, I wonder what people were actually buying it on. So make sure you let me know in the comments below in case I've missed anything. Alright guys, take care and bye bye.